No, it was all the other 7-8 years was all good. So yeah, I think my parents would really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I don't think.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hang on.
No one else cut that? Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
He's resigned to
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
This question was inputted by Mayli. Just said, no, I'm kidding. It was not.
The thing is, marriage is just
permanent.
No. It really isn't. If you look at the amount of them that end up in
But I don't
divorce,
think anyone gets into
divorce
it
is
saying,
so easy.
But I don't think anyone got into it.
Yeah, more than 50%.
It's actually harder to get divorced than it is to get married, FYI. Because so at least in America, the division of property, to now state this on your taxes, when you apply for credit, it's actually a negative to state that you were divorced, because now that means that they don't know if you have alimony, no alimony, So I would say in America, it's not to say that divorce is not common. It is common, but it's actually easier to get. It's a $16 certificate to get married. It's hundreds of dollars to get divorced. So I'm not saying I do agree with you. It's now like divorce is no longer looked at as, it's impossible. You're there for life. But I will say, I don't think anyone gets in it saying, so when we get divorced, I'm going to take this. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think anyone starts a marriage saying,
I think people
when
do.
we get divorced.
Yeah, there are some
That's
people.
what's prenup?
Well, prenups are worst case scenarios, and that's only really with rich people. Like, I ain't got shit. I ain't got no prenup. Like, what the fuck? You get what I'm saying? Now, if I married a guy who's a millionaire, I fully understand the prenup.
For divorce, you don't technically have to follow that route, do you? With the lawyers and the separate.
No,
you can formally agree between yourselves.
Of course, but it's still expensive.
Let's be civil and take this. But then no, because you only need to sign a form, right, to get divorced.
It's still just like getting married is a legal proceeding. Getting divorced is a legal proceeding. Getting divorced is a $200. Even if it's amicable, even if it's like I don't give a fuck, it's $200. Exactly. Just like getting married is $16. Getting divorced is $200.
I'm not not sure about what it is in England.
I don't know.
But
I've been told.
I only know this because my friend got married and divorced. She's like, "Can you believe it cost me $16 to get married?"
Although, how much effect did inflation have?
Not much. They got divorced like 2 years after the wedding. So
I've been told that in China, if you want to get married, it's like 5 kwai, and to get divorced, it's like 11 kwai.
Yeah, there's
whoa, double. Forget it. Forget it.
I ain't doing
Too much trouble. Yeah.
So I will say that in a lot of countries, the marriage certificate is cheaper than the divorce certificate, and not to mention the amount of money it costs to separate your life. Like, if you're a woman who made a decision to take on the man's name, do you know how many other how much paperwork you have to fill out to get it
Don't
back?
change your surname.
I disagree with that.
Okay. This is my rule now. If a guy wants to marry me, I'll tell him, okay, if you want me to take your surname, you can change all my accounts. All of them.
I know many guys who wouldn't care. They would. I'm being dead serious. That's how much they care about their wife having their surname. But that might just be an
He hasn't done
thing.
it before. He hasn't done it yet. Talk to him afterwards.
Would you take his surname? Would you become Miss Sharma?
Everyone would think, as you're a teacher,
I'm a teacher.
Mrs. Sharma.
If he's maths with Mrs. Sharma, I was probably going to be like some
Indian.
lady.
I know. Imagine the surprise.
Mrs. Sharma, half Chinese.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always thought as a little girl, I'm going to take my husband's surname or whatever. But then I don't know. It's so different now, and I really also my parents didn't have any sons. It's just me and my sister, and my sister's going to take her guy's new name, and
her fiance.
Her new name,
Her guy.
I don't know. We have spoken about it, and I think Dave is. You at first maybe were a bit against it, and maybe now you're like, I don't mind, or maybe you have like William Sharma or Sharma Williams.
Do you have a preference?
I don't really know.
Flip a coin.
Also, like
What are
Sharma
the
Williams.
options?
In terms of teachers, I know a lot of teachers like officially change their name, but professionally don't, right? So
I know
a lot of
do that
artists
as
do
well.
that. Like Beyonce is Beyonce Z. No, you guys got it. But like apparently on her certificate, she is Beyonce Carter, but she's not going. As an artist, she will always be Beyonce.
Is her name actually Beyonce?
To my knowledge,
Her actual real
Think so.
yeah.
God-given.
She was God-given or parent-given? I'm fairly sure names are parent-given.
God gave the name to her parent.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
exactly,
can say that.
exactly.
Yeah. Parent-given
Yeah.
name, Beyonce.
Isn't everything God-given, really?
Yes.
Every
Chicken and the
single
egg
thing in
or
the world,
something.
yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, so
I forgot the questions.
to my knowledge, the question was
Oh,
on
it's
marriage.
great.
I know, right? The question was definitely on marriage, and then last name. Did you care? Do you care if she takes your last name or not? Or
No, not really.
okay,
I'm
'Cause I know
happy
some
with
men-
whatever.
Okay, I haven't really decided yet.
yeah. I
We'll-
mean,
we'll
you
wait-
have
we'll
time.
wait till the
You have
day.
time.
I need to be prepared
in
to
Dave's in Dave's opinion, you still got what? This is 3 more years. I mean, you're good. You got 3 years to make this decision.
But yeah, with marriage and why I don't really care is
About marriage
yeah,
or
about marriage. Like I said, it's not the same as it used to be, where like marriage, that's it, that's life, that's sorted. It's so many end in more than half end in divorce now, so you can't say that the majority of marriages are for life. And then it's created by the church. Like it's a religious thing. None of us are religious. Why should we care? But
Muslim people also get married and they don't go to church.
yeah.
Muslim
So
people
yeah,
go
but
to mosque.
yes,
It's not a church.
but
But
so
it's
every religion
mosque.
has its own
Every
marriage.
religion has a marriage
Atheists
thing.
don't have a marriage ceremony, which is what I class myself as. I don't know what Mayli thinks she is.
Oh, this is like a whole
But it doesn't
thing.
matter. It doesn't matter. But anyway,
We'll have a religion
the point
podcast.
is,
Keep it
yeah. I mean, marriage. It's all every religion has their own one. It's a religious
I
thing.
knew you were an atheist.
You didn't know I was an atheist.
No.
Big time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You talk about Jesus so much.
That's
I
because
was
he
very
was
Christian.
really,
He was
really Christian.
Christian.
His parents, especially his dad, is such a strong Christian. So he knows so much from the Bible because he used to read it when he was younger. Like he can
For
quote
fun.
stuff
It's a read
from the
for fun.
Bible.
You used to
For
read the
fun.
Bible for fun.
Yeah,
Every night before bed, 10 pages or so.
yeah.
Did you also
Some
used to,
parts I have to skip over because it's like
stick nails into?
I was about to
It's
be
like-
like, if you
it's
got
like
through
Jacob,
Numbers or
son of,
Deuteronomy, I was about to look at. I was gonna get you an award because there's nobody I know who can get
Hey,
through
I
Numbers
did.
and Numbers and Deuteronomy.
Yeah, I read through
Read
all of
from
it.
beginning to end.
I think I read the Bible twice, but it took me like a few years.
You read Numbers and Deuteronomy from.
I did
beginning to-
actually.
Josh begot.
Yeah.
Begot. It's
Yeah.
literally
Yeah, it is
two
literally
books
just it's just
of
names.
rules
I
and
did.
names.
I was looking for a baby name.
All right, I'm done. Conversation ended just that quickly. So okay, that's answered. Now, how would employment and wait, no, I didn't finish. You men, at what point do you guys decide marriage is on the table? Like what? And even if you don't, because maybe it's further off for you, single men, or relation single. But at what point, what do you think you would have to see, want, or desire to be like, I'm gonna get on one knee on this person, with this person, not on this person, but with this person. Get on one knee.
It's like an NFL
Yeah,
football
UFC.
game.
Just be a best friend, first of all. I can see that potential to be the best friend, to be my best friend. With that in place, I think then the best friend says a lot, right, about that person.
You're right.
You get along really well, share the same core principles,
Yeah.
same beliefs and all that.
Friend sex.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And
Do
then
you
I
have
can
great
say-
sex with all your best friends?
Just
Nope,
one-
not
just
I.
one at a time.
You're looking at me like, I'm not.
Hey, it's really good.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, what
You guys
do
are
you
starting
Be
to see
warned
the-
that I'm gonna try.
yeah,
I'm gonna try to shower
apparently.
with you.
You know you're in
again.
trouble.
Apparently.
You know you're in trouble when
Apparently.
she gives you an eye patch.
Yeah. So I thought this would really look good on
Hold on,
you.
Netflix and chill.
Oh,
Can you hear
we
this?
do
It's
do
part
a
of
lot
the
of
movie.
Netflix
It's an
and chill.
interactive movie.
I'm
Can
beginning
you
to wonder
stick
if
this
this is.
wooden?
Stop there! Stop! Too much.
I was gonna say on your leg.
Sure you were. Sure you were. But yeah, so yeah, I agree with that. Your best friend, which means you guys have really good communication.
Great chemistry, right?
Yeah.
It's number one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
You
That
don't
makes
spend
sense.
your whole life with someone that you don't really have chemistry with. I mean, that's
Oh, that
torture.
sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And you still gotta have a spark, like after all those years.
Yeah.
I think for best friend, you can spend so much time with your best friend and still be happy with that person.
Yeah. And
I'll just take another approach to the same question, just like
yes.
just in terms of
Different approaches.
stage of life
Ooh,
that you're
stage
in,
of life.
right? So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're in a stage of life, I don't think anybody should get married like because I'm surprised. I like this person so much. Let's get married. Right?
Didn't plan to like you this much.
That's right, yeah. Holy smokes. And, I think it's me, like, I've never been married, but I'm
Well
just
done.
talking
Well
out my
done.
ass a little bit here, but like, I feel like it's more of a thing where both people have to be in the right stage of life.
Yeah.
Mine too. Life and mine.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so it takes, both factors, so like the chemistry and timing, right? I think both of those things are equally important, right? Obviously, if you... like the way that the Chinese people think of it is more of the timing part, so they focus very much on that one.
Oh
aspect.
yeah.
Like you are 25.
You should be married.
Now you will get married.
Yeah.
And your parents are like, and blah blah blah. And then maybe I feel like a lot of times North Americans they focus more on the other thing, right? The chemistry. I like you so much, and that's why there's such high divorce rates, right?
Yeah.
And then there has to be some sort of happy medium, I guess, right? So
between the time.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Just like, does everyone want to get married?
Yeah.
Or?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I don't know.
I just feel like I feel like I want to be married to somebody that just always impresses me.
What if
But
like
then you
the
also
person?
always have to impress her.
That's true, but that's a good thing though. You should be with somebody who inspires you to want to do that, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
What if the person that you're like with, or that you've decided that you'd be happy marrying them? What if they didn't want to get married? Like if you were with someone who was like not getting married, would that be a deal breaker, or would you just be like, well, I'm happy to go along with that for?
See, I've never been in that position, but I actually have my best friend, who's a girl back home. She's living with this guy who's also kind of an anarchist, like big hippie type deal, hates the institution.
Yeah.
Does not want to get married. And she's actually Catholic, not like heavily Catholic, but like she believes in some of the core values or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's actually a point of contention for them because they love each other so much. They live together. They've been together for like a long time now. How old am I? They've been together for like 7 years or something like that.
That comes in.
I'm the estimate, that long, but. Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess at some point you just have to, like, if you've agreed to be together, but one person doesn't believe in the institution. I don't know. It's almost like a technicality. Like it takes both people to be able to sort of see through that. One person has to give up. One person loses, right? So I don't know.
I think compromise is a big part of successful
100%.
relationships.
Dave, I've been in that situation before.
Really?
The girl I used to date in summer, she's a divorcee actually, and I talked about maybe you can get married one day because I got along with her really really well.
Yeah.
But she said she doesn't want to get married in the future, so it's a bit like in this position right now. You've been.
So was that like a turning point in the relationship?
That deal breaker.
She was thinking about that. She was thinking like, what, I don't want to get married to you, Nick. I don't want to think about that in the future. I'm not even divorced yet. I'm still separated.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of drama, a lot of.
Yeah.
Because she said, it's not an ex-boyfriend she's talking about. It's an ex-husband.
It's an ex-husband.
So maybe Liebe can answer that.
Well, so if you ask me this, like, I'm never someone who's gonna be like, I'm never gonna do that or whatever. So for me, right after my divorce, I was like, I don't want to be around a guy now. I just want to
just have fun, right? Just want to have fun because that's what she.
Again, since I've been in serious relationships with South African guys, and I've been married to a Zimbabwean guy, but an African guy, a guy from Africa, that's my reference frame. So in my mind, I know with those guys, once you get married, they change. It's different, and I don't know if I decide to marry again one day, who that person will be or which nationality will be. So I don't.
I would say that's different than what you said last year.
What I said last year.
You would get married again.
I don't know. Like now, I think it depends heavily on who I'm with.
Yeah, I think that would make a
That makes
have a big
that
impact.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you when you hear of people that say, you know, I never want to get married,